Vertigo. Could be our last map. Could be our second to last, but could be that we ended all year. ATK, they've taken the first two of this series, and despite the map advantage for Nouns, they now find themselves sweating to try and make this a full 5 series. Starts out here in the pistol round of Odin. Well, he's spotting toes, he's spotting feet, he's looking for heads. Don't know how much longer he wants to stick around, having seen everybody. They're really light on presence, which, considering how much information he's gotten, yeah, the rotations have to be on here.
There's 3 now to defend, although MisteM's going back to watch middle. He's going to commit to it now. Bowden with the opening headshot onto George. There's side hall control as well. The utility forcing ATK back away as they start on the CT side here. Fadey with a nice shot. He's been on fire today. Bowden's looking for more with the USB up on top. Sends B-Wills down. It's all down to Lone Cynic, and the Doolies of Swisher will run him down. ATK, another pistol round victory. They love the pistols. They love putting the pressure on Nouns, and they're going to try and make them sweat a little more here. Now they just have to hold on and not lose to the force buy, because that happened to them on Mirage. Could definitely change the story if they do it here on Vertigo.
Yeah, no bomb plant in means that it's going to be tough if they do actually want to go for it. Don't think Nouns will. Yeah, indeed, they're going to go light. If a bomb plant was here, we definitely would have it, but not to be. Not to be. A light presence towards the B steps. There's a potential to sort of one and done MOTM here if you're really rock solid with the pistols, but he's going to readjust. Right now, unarmored. 79's about to feast. First one found. Some money being made here for MOTM. They'll be able to reset for the next engagement.
Closing the gap. He'll drop the bomb and get the second as well to George. Just 2 players left standing. Should be a clean mop-up. There's a flank coming through as well. That's MisteM. And it's a flawless round for ATK. They take a bit of damage. Not really going to matter all too much in the grand scheme of things. And they are up 2-0 here on map number 3. Well, technically map number 4 if you want to count the map advantage for Nouns. But as far as we play,
yeah, we'll go 3.
3.
We'll go 3. Yeah. 3 maps actually played tonight. Keep it simple. So map 3. And I mean for ATK, a nice start to try and make this a clean sweep. Nouns, it's been the attacking halves where they've really struggled. They have really struggled to crack things on through. We saw this yesterday in the Vertigo game. ATK were relentless in their defense. Utility usage was beautiful. This round, okay, it's actually going to be even Stevens. Was going to say, starting off not so well for ATK. Bit of a recovery here. Still far from ideal. The aggression down the B steps was punished. MOTM manages to bring that back. He wants to go for this swing, and it's not going to work out for him. MOTM traded. I'll send Bowden back to try and rally. Push down the forklift. This is all kinds of weird. Where's the bomb?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Bomb. Uh-oh. I think it's back in spawn. No, it's actually down below the steps, but it's not going to matter. Here's the sightline on. The smoke helps them out in this one. He recovered. Oh! He doesn't know it, but he almost found that kill. He almost found that kill on blind fire alone. So the bomb's going to be planted here.
Why does Swisher have the Doolies out?
Drift his way on through. A little bit of extra movement going through the smoke would be my guess. And he's going to get checked. He even had the line on the shot, but B-Wills was prepared for it. Nicely done there for Nouns. Nicely down there for B-Wills. And, well, now, aggression for ATK gets checked. What do they invest into this one? Seems like they're going all the way back in, but there's going to be limitations.
Oh, we got a mag, says Evan.
All right.
I love it.
Where do you play with that? Side hall?
Mid.
Or mid.
Play close mid with it.
There's a decent number of options. He's going to get aggressive. Maybe trying to get in towards the ladder room, play up in this mid angle. There's going to be a peek.
Ooh.
I don't exactly want to take that range fight, but somehow B-Wills didn't pop a shot, so they might think this is clear. A late look in for B-Wills could be effective now if he retakes that space. Oh, 6-0. 6-0's getting tagged. Has to slink further on in this aggro spot on the A ramp. It's a toughie. And they definitely do want to try and retake the space towards mid. The spot. Bullets don't find anything. On the smoke fade, Sixy continues to get peppered down. Look at the remaining util here for Nouns. They got a full belt on B-Wills, but otherwise there's serious limitations here, and Nouns haven't gained a lot of ground for their efforts. They got some ground on the A ramp, but it's far from secure, and it seems like they're going to reset and adjust in towards B.
Not a bad call here, as rotations have been pulled over to the A side. 3 out of 5 of the ATK members over towards A. In fact, there's a lot of presence in towards middle as well. Nothing really towards stairs from ATK just yet. MOTM starting to gain a little more site ground again. He's the only one here, though. He's got to solo hold the site. The utility's going to come through. He's got a smoke to try and stall with. That'll just extinguish a Molotov. And he just gets demolished by George coming through. Missed him up on jump up. Sprays away, but he found nothing at all. Just a little bit of chip damage. Bomb going down here. Sixy works around, but his B was with the kill. Sixy will take up MisteM. All down to Fadey and Bowden. It's save time for ATK. They cannot afford to lose these guns.
That smoke throw from MOTM, I think it was meant to go a little bit deeper to make it look like he was playing default, but it kind of just really ruins his sight lines. So maybe a bit of a miscue coming through here, but this is going to be a very critical round for Nouns to take early. The economy, rough. Bowden is going to try and make a little bit of money with a shotgun right at the end. Not quite succeeding. And well, Fadey, 1 kill is definitely not worth the price of entry, but he'll get the second as well. They should be able to keep him clean. Give him a chance to carry the 7-4 next.
That's all they'll have, though. Maybe a pistol behind it, but it's going to be Fadey's M4 and not much else. Nouns with a couple of quick rounds in response once the guns have come out for him. It's the strongest their T-side has looked in a while, but then again, their Mirage T-side started off very good and then fizzled out to absolutely nothing in the end. It will just be the M4, a flash, smoke, and USPs around it. Fadey going to be looking for some economic damage. Sixy, though, the MAC-10 in hand, going to be looking to farm. It's the Vertigo MAC-10. So, he's on brand for this map. Be looking for some easy farms. It's going to be B-Wills, though, gets the opening round and MisteM. Another smoke kill for B-Wills.
That was just a foot poking through, I think. Some sort of a tip-off. That's a filthy shot. Love to see it. Not where you kind of expect this, but hey, surprised Fadey's even in the same zip code at this point. Really wants to attempt this, but saving the gun would be a nice piece going forward. And I mean, this retake, this is not on. Fadey gets one. It's at least a little something, and they will be able to invest in the next. But I mean, if you look at the eco, free gun here would have been nice. Still, he risks it. And that will be lost. So a chance, a rally back here for the Nouns. 3 rounds already found on this T side, and they're looking for more. They're not looking to give this up. Carson's got the AWP. Where are we playing with Carson opping? He's got the spawn for the ramp play.
Yep.
Posted up. Looking for the shot. They're going to give him the fight. Doesn't seem like it. See if he hangs on to it. Advanced forward. That section still zoned out. Bold from the Bowden master. Without a flashbang either. ATK maybe being a little fast and loose with some of these rotations.
Yeah, that one, not so sure what the point was there without flash to give you at least a bit of security on the peak. Gives the opening pick over to Nouns, and that could scale to something more here. Swisher takes a little bit of damage. He's stuck over towards side hall. George jumps up on the sandbags. He's not taken down. Swisher could get caught by Cynic. He indeed does get caught by Cynic. Now the fadeaway has to happen. Out in the middle of the open. MisteM does go 1 for 1, but he gets flashed and traded out by George. Fadey and MOTM still here. Fadey getting side hole control again. Sixy walks in, though, is off not to be deterred, and MOTM spraying away. Should probably just save this M4 again, because things have gone sideways for ATK once again. 4 rounds now to Nouns, as their Vertigo is looking very good. As a matter of fact, their T-side Vertigo is their best T-side of any map, Mike. It's a 65.9% win rate on their T-side. Better than their CT win rate on this map. They love their T-sides. ATK, they're weaker on the T-side, but right now, they gotta focus on what they can control. They can't even save the gun. George catches MOTM, look in the wrong direction. That's a big punish. It's gonna be pistols only for ATK. And a timeout called, presumably, by ATK. Indeed, it will be. But Nouns are finding a way to win some T rounds here on Vertigo. Overpass, and it's very early to say this, but Overpass might be on the cards if Nouns can continue this kind of a streak.
Very early to say that. We are in round 7. Hold your
Yes.
horses here, Boggs.
No.
You like to race over the cliffside. There's a lot of CS left to be played. This will be an eco. Thoughts of Overpass can wait. About a good, 11 rounds at least.
We'll see. If Nouns get,
I mean, by
7 rounds
definition,
of this T half, I think they'll be fine.
By definition, at least 11 rounds. Until we need to worry about that one. Fadey has been taken down to 12. Carson's going to gain a lot of space here early in towards the side hall. MisteM's creeping up. That could get a little bit weird. What do you have elsewhere? A little mid control being exerted. Nothing really to hold here for ATK. And, well, for the B aggression, they're just holding. Spot. MisteM drops the nade. Doesn't quite realize Cynic's so far up. And a belabored engagement, but Cynic comes out on top of that one. Now A-Ramp basically lost. The mid push is actually going to be abandoned. They'll come back in, make this a very straightforward play up the A-Ramp. Old tried and true Vertigo play. A little bread and butter. Although, adding a little bit of danger to this one, Cynic decides to walk his own Molotov.
He's a firewalker.
Something like that. Down to 69 points of health. Nice.
Nice.
The nade might find some damage. It's not enough to find a kill. Got a double nade there? Things get interesting. But as it stands...
Get interesting.
And it's...
Not really a round you could really expect ATK to do much on, though. In the grand scheme of things, just pistols, armor on a couple of players. Got to take a risk. Nothing pays off. Nouns with a smooth victory. Not quite like the ocean into the moon, but they're getting there. They keep this one going. Bowden's got his op back in his hands. Need to see that activated. No overzealous peaks like we saw a couple of rounds ago, though. Need to be controlled aggression with the op. Utility behind it. Take every advantage you can find. Nouns going back for the A-ramp pressure. MisteM's nade will do not a lot of damage. The flash could find it, and I don't know why Cynic just rushes through that smoke there. There's a flash.
Sometimes Cynic's got to do Cynic things. Sometimes he's got to push. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Might catch a timing. Instead, you might just deliver yourself on in. This is the nature of this team sometimes. Carson brings it back. The trades are good. Advantage found for ATK, and this defense is stabilized. They got the bomb. They've got control. Swisher and MisteM, they're low. But George, how much room is he going to have to rumble? He's been good so far in Vertigo. Paces the server 9-3. This would be something that's truly incredible. Minute to work with. He's got some time. The op will be his first face in the hands of MisteM. Ooh, and that shot is missed. The nade to chase. There's the kill. But MOTM able to clean it up, and MisteM just limps away to even keep 4 alive going into the next round.
It's great for the CT economy, even better for the ATK confidence. They find a way to win. Carson is able to get a kill, but Cynic going too aggressive through that smoke just kind of torpedoes everything Nouns had going for him in the early go, and just giving a free kill over to ATK starts to spiral things out of control for the T side. They do have a buy up again, and a decent amount of money still left over. And ATK haven't really stabilized their own economy yet either. They're still in the danger zone. They can still be met by economic hardship. Nade goes in. Double nade. Actually, Carson on 15 HP. Great way to kick this round off for ATK, though, despite Bowden taking a little bit over towards the A side of things. Actually, he's over in mid. Bowden, he's on jump up right now. Maybe he can get a pick if somebody wants to walk into his domain. There's a couple of players heading over that direction. Now it's looking like they want to split through middle right now, and that's a very dangerous zone. And Swisher with all his ramp control. ATK starting to find their footing here.
Ripper of a shot from B-Wills. That footing, it's loose, it's gravelly, it's perilous. Fadey, can he get back away from it? Damage onto Carson means they can't test the Molotov, and that would give him just a little bit of cover with the big presence that's so dangerous. MOTM here in the nick of time. B-Wills could have made this a real weird. Instead, we're sub a minute, and it's going to have to be the reset execute from Nouns. They got a couple flashes and a Molotov to make this happen. Fadey might be a dead man, but even then the rotation should be swift. Yeah, Fadey collected. Good use of the AWP. Check. Flash. There's the execution. MoTM drops that bomb further into its sight. Carson. Sure, win this in 30 seconds. He is traded, and Cynic was not close enough at hand. So now, 25 seconds, a 1v2. He'll have to work his way back through. Looking for this first contact, looking for some headshots. AK makes it viable, but now he's thunderfooting, stomping. Didn't expect MisteM to still be close at hand, and that will be Atk. This one, not quite so clean, not quite so comfortable, but a round win nonetheless.
It's a good round win no matter what right now for Atk. It's just putting rounds on the board here. I need a little bit more, though. Their money still not great. Swisher has 5,200. Bowden has 2,500. Two players have 0. Fadey with 750. It's still a dangerous time for Atk economically. Nouns can definitely get the swing back into their favor. Their T-side's starting to stall out again. It seems that they have a little bit of a burst. Maybe they get a little bit of a nitrous boost, Mike, but then the engine splutters, sparks, and it dies. It's a very unreliable car, this Nouns T-side.
Well, you
Unless
know,
they can figure out a way.
call it a Ferrari, but if you don't know how to drive stick, a Ferrari might as well be a gelato. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Swisher gets beamed with a flashbang. The audio cue gives it away, and George immediately spams. Bit unfortunate there for Swish, but it was a bold setup to begin with. He's going to want that one back. Okay, MisteM! MisteM has been a monster. And this MisteM monster, well, he's going to continue to prowl. He'll back away, but this gives them the advantage. The reset as well for MisteM. He's adjusting his angle. He's still taking the fight. Not confirms position, but do they expect MoTM to be in the jump up? Apparently not. Cynic down for the count. Now what do? Bomb will be recovered. They could bail out of this, but with 40 seconds, it would be a desperate rotate. And flashbang's effective there to offset Carson's aim. He wills. He's alone. These shots, it's going to require greatness. They don't even need to give him the fight. 25 seconds, though. One bullet will do him in, no matter what gun it comes from. Next tap. Destruction. It's got MisteM isolated. Again, they're giving him fights, and that's going to make this round much more expensive than it needed to be for Atk.
That double from MisteM, absolutely incredible. Then Fadey comes in with that one, leaving it all down to B-Wills. And Bowden just jumping up over top, swapping to the rifle, knows the player's low, takes the easy way out, grabs his op again en route to the round. And it's all tied up at 5 apiece here. Pistols and a couple of guns out for Nouns, as now the money's starting to grow a little bit more confident for Atk. MoTM still relegated to an MP9, though. He's really the only player without much in terms of economy. Everybody else has a decent amount. MisteM up over top of the smokes, looking for another pick. He has not been missing them very much lately. He's been hitting all these shots. And it's always a good sign for Atk to see MisteM fragging out. There's another one for MisteM. Lets Cynic just take the aggro on his teammate, trades it out, essentially doesn't let his teammate die. Now Bowden will get one more. Swisher goes down, but MisteM from Sandbags will at least get one more before he falls. But a 2v3, very doable here for the Nouns side, but they lack the utility. They only have a smoke to work with, and there's still 2 players here on the site proper.
With how scrappy this has been, still very viable. A minute as well. They can lose themselves in the rotations if they want to. One thing you'll see a lot of teams do is fake the rotation to be full noise, force the defense to split, and then come back around. Problem is, well, if you lose the bomb, that doesn't really work. They didn't even attempt it. George, alone, flash down, eliminating 2. They're giving him the fights, and George is delivering. Fadey will recover it, but Atk in these man-up situations, they're not playing together. They're just trying to swing. They're trying to chase that final kill, and there's so many of these rounds that almost come off the rails.
It's not good for their economy, which still has not stabilized. Even though they've been on a win streak of, I believe it's 4 rounds in a row now, they have not been able to stabilize their economy, and that is a major problem. No op for Bowden. They do have M4s, Red AK, and some utility around the buy, but it's not out of the danger zone again. They're still in that reset territory. They're still in the red. Swisher is running it down behind 60, knowing that it's not going to be a great buy from Nouns. He goes full aggro, and he gets traded out by the native Cynic. So a 1-for-1 trade, and ATK again throwing caution to the wind. Actually, not even just throwing caution to the wind, balling it up and throwing it into the fire. Because they have no concern at all for what they're doing. They're just looking for frags. They're looking for fights. They're looking to punish. It is working.
Busy with the group
But
up.
now with
MLTM down. This is
Carson's
bad now. This is really bad. The site's been lost. Utility's not great for the retake. Fadey's trying to hold the line, but he's even going to try and jump the smoke just to give him a little bit of room to operate. If he gets taken out, this is a save. This is a save. Yep. This is a save. They need to be backing away. These guns are way too valuable heading into the next round. Oh, they're going to commit through, and over the smoke, Bowden goes down. It is a house of cards that have come tumbling down, and this is the reality. When you have a team that just wants to fight, is you take those rounds, your 3v1s, your 4v2s, where everything should be assured, and you lose a couple casualties, you have no business giving up your first loss. It's going to cause problems. It's going to be a bitter tonic, and Carson could even take this last gun away. He's looking for it. They have no idea, no expectation of his position. MisteM's been put on notice in towards elevator, but if he fights forward, he might just have the space to save. Indeed, I think he will be able to at least take this gun to the next, but ATK, look at the eco. It is garbage.
And what do they lose to? Pistols. Nouns love their pistol rounds, but it's so impactful because of the economic damage ATK have been giving them. Because it's true, they're taking fights they don't need to take in those 1vx situations. They're giving the opportunities to Nouns to find economic damage. And it's come back to bite them. Yeah, they have the saved M4, but they have another M4, 2 Deagles, and a CZ. This now gives Nouns the opportunity to win this half. And that would be disastrous for ATK. Nouns get the opening kill. Swisher goes hungry again. Fadey all the way down B stairs. They know it's not going to be B, so they can rotate and stack towards the A site. But somebody could be watching for this play. B-Wolves is looking for the mid play. Oh, they're ready for the push through, and Fadey just gets caught off guard. B-Wolves and 60 there.
Full aggression.
This one.
Full check. Nouns is a team, they're always going to expect you to go for that next move because it's what they would do. It's what they would do. So now, chance to get on towards the plant. Bowden. Okay, that drops a gun. That's going to be recoverable as well. Even just getting healthy, right? I mean, if this is them conceding a 7th, they can keep their economy going into the next. If they can build something for these last couple rounds of the half. 8 rounds is recoverable. It's viable. But they want this. They want this. They're playing for all the marbles. They're going for everything. Bowden's on the flank. He's being watched for. But he's still going to find one. Bowden! The threat of him on the flank would have been massive. Instead, he's now eliminated and they can be secure. Wary, another player might have gone down the ladder. So that might slow them down just to take 25 seconds. If this bomb gets dropped, it's a big problem. It's a big problem, and the rifle still lurks. But George is now making his transition in towards the site. If there's any util to push him off, this would be tremendous, but there's not. He's going to get away safe. He's going to get away clean, and now in the post plant, nades don't matter. It's all about the kills. MisteM trying to be a hero here. 8 bullets. He's not going to be able to take the last, and that's the round. 7 secured at a minimum for Nouns.
And the economic damage that Nouns were able to get, Nouns were gifted in those previous gun rounds is really coming back to bite ATK now, as they have nothing to fight with in this one besides USPs. Maybe a P250 or a 5.7 for MisteM, a Deagle perhaps for Bowden, but this is not pretty at all for ATK. Yeah, they got a lot of damage done. Doesn't matter. No, T-sides can buy. T-sides get bombed down, they buy. They can do whatever they want economically. Now George can farm up some cash with the back. Teddy's got 2 and they help out onto another. And Danny will get the next 2 as well, making it 3 in a row. And ATK with one last-ditch buy. Yes, they can get the op. They can get the rifles. But what could have been a marvelous half for them goes by the wayside because of overzealousness in 1vx situations, giving picks over on the exits, and hunting for frags they don't need to find.
Still see if they can recover to 7th. A lot of CS to play in this map. Definitely within the realm of possibility with Nouns. This has been a great find for them. Fadey, speaking of great finds, takes 2. There's the follow-up. Mid is turned into a tomb, a graveyard. Just George and Carson to try and bring this back, and they're getting nothing. Clean in the half, and we're headed to the break. A tight split at the half as ATK rallied to find one, but to lead for Nouns as they look to make a series of this, as they look to take us the distance. Unable to close the map just yet, as the T sides that were suspect, and now, chance to do it on the defense. It all starts here. Second half of Vertigo. Contact already made, Cynic backing off. He's with him as well. There's a lot of util there available. An HE, flash of smoke, and many teammates now rallying into the fight. This is going to be a brawl. The bomb be planted to be a little bit offset. A nice tag early on, and Nate doesn't find home. Bit of damage, but certainly not a kill, and ATK have a prime position in this post. And look at Bowden. Look at Bowden here, Boggs. He's all the way through mid.
This is beautiful. He's been quiet, sneaky peeky like, just sneaking around, like get right of hold. Cynic does get the trade. Bowden is still in the back line. That's exactly what they need. One's on the bomb. The knife is out, but 60 and Cynic. 2 quick kills to return. MisteM looking back side. But 60 up on top of the boxes has 2 more. That's all of them. But is there time for the defuse? No. The bomb will explode. And Atk will grab the pistol round and the 8, despite the best efforts of 60 and company. Oh, it's a heartbreaking one to lose for Nouns. They do so much, but it's all for nothing. They tried so hard. They got so far. In the end, it didn't really matter.
Thank you, Lincoln. Well, we'll put this one in park because it is going to be Atk taking another pistol. Nouns. They're going to force. Sticking this back into drive. They're going for it. That's a big risk early on. This is where you start to see the T-side stabilize if they can, but first contact, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it. Able to withdraw. MisteM unable to seal the deal there. MisteM's been incredible through this series. He's been a big piece propelling them forward, but let me do a shuddering hold here. Smoke fade is good for MisteM. Never mind. We're back on. Last 2 of the big guns taken down as well to clear out, even making sure. And Master catches George. Very cavalier despite the forward positioning. Now this is looking a little rough. Carson and B-Will's just down to the pistols to make that just the 1 man. With a rifle found, he could try and bail, but it's a flank. It's a flank. It's Swisher in full control. This one's going the way of Atk.
Now it's going to be pistols, nothing but light pistols for Nouns too. Maybe a couple upgrades, but overall it's going to be another massive advantage for Atk here. They just need to convert, grab 10. The guns will be out for Nouns in the following round, but this one still has to be converted by Atk. Nouns are very dangerous. Doesn't matter if they only have USPs in their hands. They can still find a way to win a round. Atk will have to be wary here, but if they can keep this one clean, they get to 10. They look for 11. They want this map. They do not want overpass. They want victory. Victory at all costs. George gets the dink, and he receives one in return. Although his head unhelmed, the weapon against him more potent. His brain splattered. Just a nice taps for the next. Goes for more, and he will control the Galil for a secondary kill. Bomb's gonna go down. This is just gonna push on into him. He doesn't care at all. He's feeling it right now, and Atk, the way they've been taking some of these fights, Mike, almost reminiscent of Nouns when they're on their best form, just swinging around, hitting shots.
There's a reason why these 2 teams see a lot of each other.
Oh boy.
All right. Spoiler alert, if you're going to jump through a smoke, maybe don't pull out a smoke. That's got to have been a quick switch. Key fumble for MisteM, and it's going to lead to at least a blemish on their perfect record.
So, Mike, you're saying it's okay to jump through holding a decoy grenade, a flash, a Molotov, or an HE, just as long as
I mean, if you're going to drop the HE, that's just you just playing COD. You're going for martyrdom. Rolling back the years.
Hey, Modern Warfare's out again.
Do they have martyrdom back in? Because that was the
I don't know.
Cheapest, most ridiculous thing. This gun dropped in spawn.
It's a scout, I think.
Someone with a misbuy of a scout. I don't believe that was taken through from the last round, so perhaps a blunder there. $1,700 that didn't need to be spent, but we've seen Atk be a little fast and loose with the purse strings before. If they get this round, all is forgiven. Carson finds one. To go up, provide him a little bit of cover. He's being peppered so very low. Oh, he gets a tiny bit more damage, but he is fragged. That needed to happen. The nade chase, that's good. Right on, playing the lines. B-Will's swinging into the fray as well. Just wants the altitude. He wants the ground over the smoke. Fadey a big kill, but the trades are going back the other way. Now it's advantage, at least for the moment, for Nouns. Bowden alone. Gonna try and put some time into this. Fadey working his magic around, trying to lose himself on the site, and well, with the slower pace, Nouns are spreading out. They're isolating. They have to cover a lot of ground. They've only got 3 players to do it, so chance for these T's to strike once more.
They've already done damage. Even one more kill could be huge. Fadey up side hall, though, can definitely get the damage done. Could open up this whole round, too, for Atk. Catches Cynic looking the wrong direction, and that's going to signal a rotation back. B-Wills is going to go in.
Oh,
that's gonna pull him.
Fadey. I mean, it's essentially a clutch, and taking nades out in a clutch always going to be a big risk. Still, Bowden will have the bomb plant. They're realizing. Uh-oh, it's not here. Now a real chance for Bowden to pull off this 1v2. George is low. There's a smoke and a molly, though. No kit. Eesh. Is there a kit down towards site?
I don't think so.
Well, then this is going to be a little risky. Bowden just trying to play the time. He's got a full magazine as well. They need all of these bullets. We've seen Nouns run out of time before. That was in the Pistols. Fair, but just don't have a lot of clock. Molotov, it's interestingly placed. Smoke's going to go down, and that's the first clear. Bowden knows he's just got it down to one. They're trying to force the fight, but he's already won it on the clock, and he might as well take it on the kills.
Wow. ATK are firing on all cylinders. Saying they win this series, they go to conference, they could take some names if they play like this. They're
Win the
looking
series
incredible.
first.
Yes.
Gotta win the series first. One step at a time here, Mr. Boggs. One step
I
at a
like
time.
jumping to conclusions.
I know, you're already talking about overpass. We've still got a game on our hands here. So one foot in front of the other. One frag built upon the other. We have yet to anoint a champion. A lot of CS to be played. But an investment into this round. Nouns will try and get her done with the pistols. Not looking appetizing, but we've seen them pull these off before. Okay. Played a little fast and loose at times. Giving some opportunities over.
Their T-sets looked a lot more concise. A lot less worrisome. Oh, B-Wills goes 1 for 1. Has to take some aggression with the pistol. Good flash from George to yield the first kill. The trade still going to favor the T side even more so, given the lack of firepower on the CT side. 357's a Deagle. Lots of smokes. An HE. And ATK are waiting for more aggression from Nouns. They're just holding their line, holding their nerve. Trying to catch the Nouns players off. 2-2 split for the defense. And now ATK is going to walk up towards B, one behind the pillars. Carson. He can pop a couple of heads. He gets caught with utility in his hand. Nouns have been caught with the utility in their hands multiple times, but he still manages the kill. And this could work out better. Swisher gets one more, but George has come through to save the day. Man advantage Nouns as Swisher's clearing to the site. Has support from MisteM. The sprays for the smoke, finding one. Sixy and George stuck behind Green. One running around them, flames forcing him forward. MisteM, the big one, is all down to Danny. MisteM with the third, the hat trick of the round, and the 12th on the board for ATK. It got a little rough in the midway part, but they still are able to overcome. They're only 4 rounds away from booking their spot at ESL Pro League Conference. But
Talking about
struggles again
stepping
for
up.
Nouns.
Talking about stepping up, though, MisteM is bailing them out of so many of these shaky rounds, right? So many of these situations that shouldn't be close in the first place that are getting there. MisteM is stepping to the forefront. 22 kills for the man through 20 rounds. It's not what we expect from the captain. It's not what we expect from the IGL. But someone needed to deliver, and MisteM says, might as well be me. Oh, he's going to have a little bit of limitation in this one as he catches a nade through the mid-window. But they're still going to take the space. They're still going to take the ground. George has come back to adjust. It's going to be a George B. will set up. The flashbangs are good. They got a little bit of confirmation. Goes back for a poke. They need these kills, and they're not finding them. Swisher going to be cut off from his teammates. It's a little bit disjointed, these two-step players. They don't have the fight at the same exact moment, but MisteM, he could still create here. Utility sailing out, trying to preempt this, losing health bit by bit. B-Wills and George both a wisp away from death, but they are alive. And their crosshairs are their most valuable attribute. Zoning out a lot of space, covering a lot of ground. This is a tough one to crack through for ATK, and this next kill might just sell it. Swisher, already up and committed. With 50 seconds, they're going to redouble their efforts towards B, and it's heavy presence here for Nouns. Rotation hasn't been pulled. B-Will's just got the spot. He just got the confirmation. He's got all of it. The kills as well. Sets up Carson for one more, and that one's relatively clean for the Nouns. What a way to get on the board in the second half.
Huge clean round for Nouns. Absolutely massive. One they desperately needed to find. Although ATK going to be more than fine buying up again to this one, Nouns needed that confidence boost. They needed something if they're going to make a game out of this one. Because as of now, they rolled over on Inferno. They rolled over in the tail end of Mirage. They need to give themselves a chance here on Vertigo. They're playing down the scoreline. The pressure is mounting for sure. MOTM only on a deagle. That's a bit of a concern. That needs to do a bit of damage onto Fadey as well. Takes him down by 24 HP. A-ramp pressure, though, coming in from the T side. Nouns not holding too aggressive, interestingly enough. I would expect Nouns to be running it down the throats of ATK, but now they're just playing a little more passive. Although Cynic overextends the op, will pick him off. And ATK will start from a man up. Nouns having to battle from a disadvantage, a major disadvantage here. And every kill becomes more and more expensive, even if they do manage to win the round.
Missed him. Upcut shot, can't land it. CSGO comes out on top of that one. Oh, it's a tough engagement to take from the CT side, but CSGO is good for it, and he takes one more. Doubles up, and now an advantage found for the Nouns. One that's much needed because their utility, it's draining. Especially this is prime space, but time to be everything. He spots the player, gets the kill, and now it's Nouns put on high alert. The defense is sectioned up. It's split up, and George, such a bold off angle to play. He can't realize the position. Can't get the kill. Retake util wouldn't be ideal. Fadey will be vulnerable to the HE. And ATK with a foothold in mid, with a foothold on the A ramp. They actually want to go. Well, goodbye foothold on the A ramp. So now mid might be the key. CSGO doesn't realize that Swisher's still here. This is where he got the kill, but an assumption made about the rotations, and now they're going straight in. Bomb will be planted. Mid control maintained. Carson in a really tough spot. And in a 1v2, how does he want to approach this? Start to cover ground. Start to inch on in. Still wary that Swisher could be close at hand. He's not, though. Play from the ramp. To play from a place of comfort and strength. A smoke and a kit. This could just be the stick. Be a risky prospect.
Wouldn't be a bad idea,
I think it's what
though.
Carson's going to have to do. Tap on. Bowden's really coming in for the knife is the first thing. Okay, he's dropped. He's dead. And now Carson's going to try and make the play. He's got it as well as their time. I think there is just enough. Not a problem here. Carson brings in the 1v2.
Real good stuff there from Carson. Big clutch again. He's had a few of them so far this game. For the series, I should say. And none bigger than that. Gives Nouns double digits. It keeps them alive in this map, more importantly. Their money's still not going to be great to this one. But a really intelligent clutch. Expecting the pushes, expecting the push from both Bowden and then Swisher. Taking the fight,
how you
winning the
expect him
duels.
to just immediately swing knife out.
I think because he figured Bowden would have the op. And the op's not going to spam.
Swisher's there too.
Carson's just big brain, man.
Yeah, clearly. Definitely different opportunity there. Oh, aggressive play. Bowden on the pistol has already found one on the ramp. Oh, threats on. CSGO could be overwhelmed. They're just going to try and bring the hurt. They're just going to try and bring the presence. Don't want to give up this real estate they have, and it's working decently well. Even exchanges a rifle now picked up for MisteM. This round for Nouns, they would really like to keep this as clean as possible. Start to build a little bit of economy, and that has been denied. Belabored fight here. MOTM zeroed out, but the rifle now in, and there we go. 3 players surviving. That's a swift recovery for Nouns, and no bomb plant on for ATK.
No bomb plant at all for ATK. Although they do a little bit of damage. No op for CSGO. The op is there for Bowden. But this one's got to between one round, and Nouns are finding ways to win, although I think Cynic needs to temper his aggression significantly. He's tried it multiple times throughout this map, and he has been punished for it pretty much every single time. Carson going to aggress down the stairs, flashes in, and he gets taken down. The counter flash from ATK working perfectly. George backs away very low on health as well. The explosion towards B catches a couple Nouns players off guard. The man advantage for ATK is huge. The health on George even bigger. CSGO just holding ramp very pensively. Nouns looking for a way back in. But ATK can pump the brakes and try and bait Nouns into these pushes. It's exactly what they want to do. Bowden goes up, he goes hunting, and CSGO gets picked from the sky. Double man advantage for ATK, looking for the 13th, looking to strike right back, and also reset the Nouns side as they don't have any money to work with.
Yeah, no, it's going to be disastrous. The glass is shattering. The glass being their economy. The shards are all around them. Still a chance to recover here. But if we just see a straightforward A-ramp take, no one's watching for this. This could turn into a save. It frankly should turn into a save for Nouns. You got some retake util, but not got the bodies for this. So ATK are massing. They're reading this right. Taking the space. Cynic may adjust into it, but even then, what can he hope to do? basically 1v5 in this particular fight. 30 seconds. Now the util will come through. Just Nouns really want to commit into this. They want to try and contest this round. They just want to make the long play, the long game. One Molotov, that's immediately snuffed as it catches the edge of the smoke. Bomb down, and with this, it's got to be a save. Cynic will show a little presence, but it's time to back away. Discretion is the better part of valor, and he's being forced off with the util alone.
Sun Tzu has something about backing off when you know you're beaten. So you can regroup and try again. I'm not going to attempt the quote because I would butcher it heavily. I don't remember. That's my rough paraphrase. But
Have you read the Art of War, Boggs?
I have. Read it a couple times, actually.
It's not a lot of cause for warfare and guerrilla tactics, but probably one worth reading.
Honestly, I think a lot of it can be life lessons, too. Doesn't have to apply to warfare directly.
How to Mow the Lawn by Sun Tzu.
I don't know. I pay for a lawn service.
I don't have a lawn. Advantage me.
There is something about just, you know, taking pride in your lawn, I will say.
It's very Californian.
I felt like a dad when I seeded it and everything. I was like, it looks good now.
Odin? Creeping up, his first contact. That's a huge find. B-Will's the only one who can do anything about this. They're testing the Molotovs because they want the space. They're seizing on him. Oh, no. B-Will's wanting done. George lost elsewhere. This is over. Cynic should already be pondering the save. It's going to be 14 rounds on for ATK. And Nouns need everything they can possibly fight for going forward. Is he really going to attempt this? Another Molotov in. Nades sailing around him. What's the best case scenario? You get one more? Swisher's below him. Swisher's below him. And there's going to be the kill. Cynic, one kill is not worth the price of his M4. 14 on the board for ATK. The money tatters for Nouns as they'll try and keep ATK off of series points. This has been all ATK, all series long. They came into this a map down from the lower bracket, and they haven't dropped one yet.
They've looked incredible in their lower bracket run. Demolishing Team 1, demolishing MIBR, and 2 rounds away from obliterating Nouns. Be 3 maps in a row for ATK. As a matter of fact, the only time historically ATK has lost to this Nouns core was their last series of wins. The one that sent him to the lowers. Fadey, he catches George around the edge of the smoke, and Cynic's very low on health. They went all in. They pushed for this buy. They are going for the bluff call here, Mike, and ATK are very close to calling it. They know what's going on. They are so close to success, so close to conference. But they have 2 more rounds to find. 9 more kills, and it's theirs.
Both they can taste it. You can taste that sweet European air. Bodenmaster yearns for home. Actually don't know where conference will be located this time around, but it is going to be MOTM and MisteM, the M's of the squad, trying to secure map point, trying to secure series point, trying to secure grand finals point, and desperation here is what Nouns reek of. This gun's picked up. Carson really going to attempt this, the first one found. That puts them on a little bit of notice. They can't fight forward. They know they just need to play the long game here. Carson without a kit. He's got a smoke, but this defuse, that would be another ask. That would be too far gone, and he's going to back away. Thought about one last peek. Glad he didn't go for it. So a gun at least brought through to the last, but Nouns now need to battle for overtime, and for ATK, 4 opportunities to put this one to bed, to complete the flawless grand final, 3 maps in a row, and stun Nouns to take that Pro League Conference spot, to take that championship in ESL Challenger League Season 42.
What a turnaround it would be from ATK. Be absolutely incredible. The lower bracket run. What would be a flawless lower bracket one at that? Including this one here in the final. They've looked crisp, they've looked clean, they've looked like a well-oiled machine. Everyone playing together, everyone stepping up when called upon. MisteM has been incredible. Bowden hitting everything he needs. Fadey, the perfect pivot that ATK need. And speaking of the devil, Bowden has opened this one up onto Nounscxzi. Already things looking bleak for Nouns as there's only 4 more players alive to stave off ATK taking this series and keep themselves alive. Nouns, they don't have much utility. They have 1 kit. This one is resting on whether or not Nouns get drawn into the aggression again. ATK have done a good job of goading Nouns into pushing. ATK have been nothing short of lethal.
Taking the time in this one for sure. And 10 still on the clock. They'll start to clear some space. With the B steps. That molly, I don't know if it exactly lands according to plan. But the ground is indeed given. Carson, the lone site defender, and he's back by default. Has B-Wills close to hand, but presence shown in mid is going to require B-Wills' attention. Meanwhile, they're creeping up the A ramp. All of this is a ruse. All of this is to distract. Nouns haven't flinched. Give that to them. But likewise, still under pressure. This 2-man setup on A is going to need to be perfect. It's George and Cynic. They have to find impact here. And Fadey, even throwing this fake, this might pull the rotation just at the wrong moment. It's going to split the defense. Here comes the hit. The flashbangs are good. The kill is better. MisteM leading the way, leading the charge, lighting the path. The bomb is down. He's backing off. 1 at least for B-Wills. A chance given. Tons of damage as well. But they need to find some kills. They need to find some frags. And as ATK settles into these post-plant positions, Bowden Master will hold for it. A player slipped through. B-Wills quickly answered. It's all on Carson, the new addition. The man returned to this roster. Has to find 4, or this is over and done with. This one's put to bed, and MisteM fittingly will do it. Dominance from ATK. 3 maps in a row. Not a map dropped here in the grand final as they get their revenge on Nouns, as they propel themselves, as they declare themselves the champions of ESL Challenger League Season 42.
They break their finals curse, Mike. They find a way to dominate in the finals. They get revenge on Nouns, and they book themselves the spot in conference, the trip to